Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian welcoming you back to Victoria 3 as the proud nation of Italy. Yes. In our previous episode, turned Two Sicilies into Italy, and we have a fair chunk of historical Italy. Now, we don't have all of it. In particular, we don't control Corsica, and we don't control the bits of Austria that should more properly be Italy. But we're going to need outside help for that. If we want to expand our empire in the short term, it's probably going to come at the expense of a place like, say, Tunis. Maybe? I mean, I could bring them into my customs union, but we have 30 million, or how many people? 20 million people. That's not great. We'll eventually run out of people. We had a revolution, which ended because I couldn't pass the stupid law anyway. We're just gonna let things happen for a bit. Is there anything interesting here? Tax cap is becoming a major issue. We need wood, clippers, ammo, and liquor. The government is unacceptable. The thing is, there is no acceptable government right now because the landowners are way too powerful and they don't have enough by themselves to make this thing. I could boost, say, the intelligentsia. I am bolstering them, okay. We need another election is what we need. We need the landowners to get their comeuppance, and that should hopefully stabilize the government a bit. We are losing money because we're spending lots of money on things. We're building some iron mines. I think that's the next logical step in this game. Switzerland wants to be in a defensive pact. Sure. I think that's very reasonable. We could get a flat-out alliance. I don't know how helpful that would be. Alright, so we're getting iron mines built. Okay, so the reason iron mines are important is we can eventually shift from wood-based construction to iron-based construction, and that's going to be a really interesting thing. If I did it now, we still have an iron we wouldn't have enough iron. We're losing money. Government wages are crazy high right now. The construction is definitely not great. We're spending a shit ton of money on wood. I wonder if anybody will sell me wood. Hanover will. Greece will, Denmark will, and Oldenburg will. I see the price of wood to get driven down enough that will be okay. Oh, I just did a thing. Neat. It barely helped. We don't have enough of a supply of wood, which is not ideal. What can we do politically? Is there a way we can improve our country politically? You want restricted child labor. What do I have now? Literally nobody wants this. I'm not going to do that, but thank you for the offer. I love that you're doing property to women because it'd get us more workers, but the problem is that, like, everybody hates it. So it'll never pass. Appointed bureaucrats. Because this is giving the landowners more power. Let's do this. Plus it raises our tax cap. That's just a good idea. Let's do it. Anything that makes the landowners sad at this point makes me happy. Oh, I guess the Spanish Philippines don't really care about us anymore. That's fine. It's been a very quiet Europe. Very little has happened other than me unifying Italy. Which is kind of wild if you think about it. But, oh god, that really is unproductive. What does this say? So we can sell engines. I don't really make enough engines, though. Are all my iron mines built? Almost. Very nice. Come on, election. Be good. Please. Okay, the left has grown very powerful indeed. And I still can't actually build enough of... That's annoying. It's driving radicals, but there is no workable model right now. Like, look, I add the rural folk, it just collapses. I wish you were a little bit more transparent about why the legitimacy. Let's see here. It just tells me why, but it doesn't tell me... Oh, government ideology penalty. Ah, because of the monarchy and the landed voting. I see. Yeah, it's like, there isn't a way to make this better. I could bring in the petty bourgeoisie, and that tanks it further. The issue is that the landowners still have too much clout. Once they start becoming marginalized, I'll be able to start passing other laws much more effectively. It doesn't help that this fuckhead is a landowner too. So anyway, we're just going to have to deal with this less than ideal government for a bit longer. Which isn't great, but there's very little I can do about that. Okay, now I can start making bullets. Bullets are very good. This helps us make liquor, right? I'm doing this not because it's critical, but because we can do it in like 8 seconds. Excuse me. Okay. We've gotten our iron production up. And then let's filter down to... Is it an industrial good? Yeah. So the price of iron so far is really cheap. This is going to go through the frickin' roof if we switch construction. So we want to make sure that's something we actually want to do before we try it. Okay. So right now, the issue with iron is we're not making enough money with it. And that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's okay. Ouch. Is the problem that we don't have a fully staffed iron mine, or is it just we're just not doing enough? Okay, you're unable to hire. Oh god, you're basically bankrupt. Why? Is it because the price of iron is just too cheap? It's tools! Aha! This will make stuff more expensive. So we need more tools. I didn't even think of that, but that's a really good point. Oh, that has us basically use less people. For now, let's prioritize upgrading our tool production. As I predicted, we got that nearly instantly. Baking powder is a nice one, but I think crystal glass would also be quite good. Bessemer process that mixes iron, coal to get more steel. Let's get some crystal glass going. Cool. Yeah, I didn't realize how expensive tools were. If we can get those under control, then maybe we can start hiring more iron people. This is the worst one, though, because we're so reliant on agriculture right now, we don't... What is this about? Fine. It's fine. I like having little bureaucracy. It makes me joyful. The Great Molasses Flood. I really can't afford to make people that much more radical, so I guess food industry is going to make less food. That's fine. People don't like food, do they? That doesn't sound right. Let's put in some consumption taxes just to try to keep our budget at least marginally good. I could cut government wages, but I don't want to tank our prestige. Any consumption tax would make a lot of money. Services. So here's why I like doing consumption on services. Not only does it make a fair bit of money, but it also increases the price of services, which means industries that make services can stay afloat. So we're going to slap that bad boy in. And that should help things there. There's only thing I can export to make some money. Let's do the... We're not making much money with meat or fabric or sugar. The thing is, these are all fairly base products that I don't think a huge number of people are going to go crazy about. Let's try export, because we're not using it right now. We're not using the iron. Does anybody want some Italian iron? China and Russia would love it. There we go. That'll make these more profitable, and in turn, allow the iron places to actually hire. What are the proud investors working on? An arts academy, of course. Motor industries, food. Cool. I'm kind of amazed with how quiet the world has been. Very strange. Not unwelcome, but very strange. Alright, come on, give me my appointed bureaucrats. Let's make the landowners a thing of the past. Okay. Alright, so we can increase the enactment chance. I can weaken the landowners or boost... kill the landowners. I don't mean that literally. Maybe I do. Yeah, if we can keep marginalizing the landowners, we'll be able to make more laws. That should help us quite a bit, I'm hoping. Our authority is reduced. I don't like how many radicals we have. We need to start making things cheaper for people as well. Like food. I think people would like some food. Because right now, the issue is subsistence farming. If we take a look at this, us spend a lot on liquor. Like, a lot on liquor. Interesting. Aren't I making a fair bit of liquor? I don't have enough glass, but it would help us make more liquor and drive that price down. I think this has to happen. And then we can expand our glass production. The glassworks. No, did you see how Glassworks all of a sudden became really, really profitable? And now I have crystal glass. We use lead. Let's do it. And then... oh, paper mills. I have a lot of sulfur, so this actually makes a lot of sense. And then let's go ahead and add in a lead mine. I have lead mines. So yes, I have multiple places for lead mines. If you would kindly build... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Okay. I really like the idea of getting dynamite. I feel like we're still lagging behind quite severely in military. Like, picking up rifling would be quite nice. Or shell guns. I realize now that I could have been making a queue this whole time, but oh well. The electric telegraph. I should probably also be improving the Navy, I think makes sense. Let's unlock ironclads. And here's why. I want to start reducing the amount of stuff we're depending on wood. And making metal ships will both help the iron and steel industries, but also reduce that. So I feel reasonably good about that. Oh my god, why are we so bad at this? I've got to sell him out because we need this. We're now making a pretty substantial profit. Prussia wants a trade agreement. Done. We need to develop our economy to the point where we're making money by selling manufactured goods. And we'll get there. But... Could you jerkwads just freaking pass the damn law? Please. Game, please. We're making a lot of money now. I wonder why. I also am not missing on the fact that we're forfeiting 23,000 in taxes because we don't have the government administrations. I want to murder people. Pass the fucking law. It's a 50% chance it'll advance. Doesn't advance. We should follow their advice. There's so many things I want to build that I can't build because we don't have the stuff that I want. We have to go for iron construction, I think. I think we have to, and just see what happens. Okay, we're losing money, but not by as much as I would have thought. And I've got quite a bit in the bank. I can afford to run at a deficit. But this is getting a lot more stuff built a lot faster, and I think that's critical. And building the tooling workshops will help with the iron production. So we got to think the price of iron is probably what's driving up costs. Is it iron or is it tools? It is iron. I could always expand iron production, but the problem right now is that we're not making enough money with iron. A rousing speech captures... Do it. There's a thing I can do to change the production method of iron mines to make them more efficient. This would make a huge difference. Yes, let's upgrade that. Is coal now an expensive input good? It isn't, somewhat surprisingly. Wait, unused construction production. What are you talking about? I don't really care if the Catholic Church gets a little bit weaker. They're a little bit too strong too. So I don't mind them getting undercut a little bit. Okay, things are being built. It's amazing. Okay, clippers are no longer... Amazing. Oh, that's so good. Alright. It's time. The landowners will never be weaker than they are right now. We need to expand voting. Probably wealth-based voting seems like a fairly successful policy. I'd love universal suffrage, but I can't piss off the industrialists. So let's get some wealth voting happening. If I can get more reasonable governments, then we can start shifting our resources in other places. And that'll be a very good thing. One of our biggest issues is Piedmont, because it's so much more expensive to build things there. That does create a bit of an upper limit on some of the things we can accomplish in a very realistic sense. Yeah, we're actually doing pretty good right now. From the ground up. No, I don't want people to not join the intelligentsia. They're a critical force. For whom the bell tolls, eh? Let's get let's get Pasquale. Let's get this guy. Because this is my last step to getting rid of the monarchy. I think if we can make a true republic, I think we're going to be a little bit stronger as a general rule. A popular playwright. Let's do it. Let's increase our chances. I'd love for this to pass before the next election. I don't think it's going to happen, but we can certainly try it. Got shell guns. Lovely. Alright, before we do anything else... what do I want to do? Let's pause and take stock of our financial situation is great. We're making money hand over fist. It's amazing. I'd really like to start expanding our military. I think that's something we've been falling behind on. Let's begin by changing production methods. Let's do this. And I think we need to start expanding our coal production too. Let's make realist art. Go for independent artists. I wouldn't mind getting fewer bureaucrats involved there. That seems good. Precision tools. We'd make a lot more luxury furniture if we did that. Let's do it. It's going to drive up the price of hardwood, though. Can we think to improve our logging camps? I probably need to start building railways, to be honest with you. That probably needs to happen in the near future. Okay. Excellent. The realist movement. Sure, let's make art even more arty. Oh snap, because I'm making so much luxury furniture, the Prussians are like, let me get in on that. Amazing. No, actually the government is pretty stable now. This is hilarious. The landowners want to join the left. If I add in the petty bourgeoisie, does that change things? It does. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. I don't think it's a great idea. Okay, trade unions are going to die a natural death. I'm going to go ahead and stop suppressing them so that I have flexibility to do other things with authority. France? Bruh. That's lame. That's extremely lame. Oh. Oh, this is very nice. I do enjoy the economy of scale building cap. There's some good stuff in there. Oh, before I fuck around with that, though, let's go into development and let's make sure... Okay, we got the best army we can build. Amazing. Discord within the rural folk. Let's expand them even further. I wish I had fewer radicals. That's one of my biggest concerns right now. I do think what we're doing is going to help. Oh, I'm almost out of construction. Okay. What do we want to build? Oh, it's in Piedmont. That's the problem. Okay. We're making shit tons of money now because we fixed a lot of the tax cap issues. So what's the future of Italian development? Well, if we're ever going to start making chemical plants, I can make explosives. We need to get rid of clippers. That's something we definitely need, for certain. Our motor industries aren't making any money, and they're not very big, so that's fair, but why aren't they making money? Steel. And why is steel is making money hand over fist. And that's even with our price being quite high. And there's still hundreds of thousands of peasants that need jobs here. So let's kick this up to 10. Oops. That dummy thick economy of scale bonus, you love to see it. Okay, if we can get steel cheaper, that lets us have a lot more cool options. We're not making money exporting hardwood, that's fine. We want coffee and porcelain and wine, and we're not making any of those things. We want tea. We don't have that. I think clothes would be a really nice gesture as well, even though it's not as profitable. But maybe I can just improve my existing textile mills. I don't have dye, so I don't want to do that. So that's my issue. I don't have a source of dye. That is not the best. Can I import dye? And if so, oh god, it would all be terrible. So then, the only way to make more clothes is just to make more clothes. That's fine. And let's get Romagna involved too. There we go. And we also just want to continue to give people off of subsistence farms. That's another major thing we're going to want to do. Gonna get some steel, gonna get some textiles, and then start the rise of radicalism. Let's go frickin' radical. Let's go totally tubular. Excellent. And now that the landowners are increasingly marginalized, it's time. A presidential republic will give you more authority, but it also increases the penalty for government ideology. So here's the thing. I can't really afford to piss off the Catholic Church yet. Who does this make grumpy? This makes the Catholic Church and the trade unions unhappy, but the industrialists love it. I want to end the monarchy so freaking bad. I find it interesting that the trade unions will get super pissy. Interesting. What can I make here to improve anything here? We could go for some colonialism, that's always fun. So now the Catholic Church is our biggest obstacle. Why can't I go for private schools? Do I not have the tech for this? I can't figure out why I can't pass it. It must be endorsed at least one interest group in government. Oh, who's in the government right now? The intelligentsia is for it. I don't get why I can't do this particular law. Yeah, both groups are in the government. Interesting. Oh, we can't have state religion. Okay, the trade unions being fucking weird is really annoying me. They're very small, so it's not the end of the world. But we gotta end the state religion. I think we have to. Or could just go for like a parliamentary republic. Here's my issue though. If we radicalize the Catholics, there's a really good chance that we could get a civil war. And I don't want to fight a civil war. So I have to weaken the Catholics before I do that. And then it's only targeting the Catholics. Like, I don't care if the trade unions lose their shit. I really don't care about that. So let's go ahead. Which would I prefer? Religion is always accepted. No, I don't want the Catholic Church to have any power anymore. Let's try total separation. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. How is this so powerful? I think it's because the Catholics are so big. Can I get a sense of who is supporting the Catholic Church? Can I undermine them in other ways? Yeah, the problem is the religious schools are really propping them up. Let's go to private health insurance. This will at least weaken them a little bit. And this will only annoy... Let's try for private health insurance. Oh, we have a conflagration in Württemberg. Neat. I don't really care those, so I'm just gonna go ahead and declare my neutrality. It's such a weird... Oh, I was gonna say it's such a really quiet world. It looks like the US and Mexico are at war again. Revolutionary for our time. Yes! Please! Let's get a radical in charge of the trade unions, then they'll probably stop fucking threatening to damn revolt. There's a lot of revolutions happening. If I can get rid of monarchy, I'll get a pretty cool thing. Why are you wanting to preserve charity hospitals? And maybe you're already kind of locked in. Alright. Let's see what happens over time, though, if we can pass this, start weakening the Catholic Church. They're the new great threat to progress. Love how the landowners are like, give us our political power back. And everyone else is like, get fucked, you crusty old bastards. I love it. You love to see it. Getting some steel and some textile mills built. Can you not have these stupid negative events happen all the damn time? I don't get it. Why are you so grumpy about this? Why do you care? Oh, you don't like private health insurance. You would rather have public health insurance. Well, I don't have that option. So, yeah. What do you do to accomplish this? Oh, I just need to expand the motor industry. I can do that. Let's do 3, 4, 5. And let's kick that up to the top, please. South Australia? Why are they my enemy? I don't care about this. There are a lot more revolutions, which is cool. Oh, poor Mexico. Poor Nevada, Utah. Nice. I'm somewhat close to a diplomatic tour. Let's make the industrialists more powerful. Yes, let's spread the revolution to France. What could possibly go wrong? Is Cuba independent? No, they're not. Fuck it. There's still a small chance of this passing. The problem is the stupid trade unions. How else can I weaken these fuckers? What other law could I pass to weaken the Catholic Church? I need to get religious schools. But I can't do that as long as we have state religion. And at the moment I try to get state religion again, we're gonna have another fucking revolution. Let's try freedom of conscience. It'll at least weaken them, but I can then weaken them in other ways. And most importantly, this won't piss off the rural folk to the point where they'll do a revolution against us. Let's try it. Okay, please notice, the state religion group is very grumpy, but it's not a civil war automatically. Because there's actually a chance that this might pass. Excellent, I wasn't even trying to do that one, but that's cool. I love it. Like, we're due for some really good freaking luck in law enactment, right? Because an industrialist intelligentsia armed forces is pretty handy. Yes! Take over the rural folk. We got steam engine time. Nice. It's really interesting to me. I don't know why they're still part of this movement. Like, I don't see what it is about them that makes them so pro-religion. Maybe eventually they'll leave. Oh, France is going to war with the Ottoman Empire. This is interesting. I don't know how I feel about this one. Let's not be neutral, and let's see if we get swayed. Let's arrest him. That didn't work out. Prussia joined the Ottomans, and the Ottomans instantly backed down. That's an interesting take. I don't know how smart it is, but it's interesting. We need to start expanding the military just because I need something to spend my money on. Any cool society techs I can push? Quinine wouldn't be terrible. I wouldn't mind socialism. Trying to get some more parties involved. I don't really need to worry about that. Pan-nationalism. A nice boost to authority is always welcome. Let's grab mutual funds. But let's also expand our military. For that we need... I have 127 regulars. There's nothing wrong with that. No, the Navy. The Navy's got to be my first priority. Let's shift to ironclads, and then we're going to shift to building ironclads at our shipyards. Build some steamships. And then we also need to jump over to our ports. Oh, I need gantry cranes. We're gonna quickly change our tack. That's under military, isn't it? Yeah. That way I can eventually get clippers out of my... Alright, let's sit for a minute and just let the market kind of rebalance. And why are we not making more ironclads? Because none of you can hire. Why are you losing money? The price of coal. Let's import some coal for right now, but we need to definitely step up our coal production. Oh god, we have like no frickin' coal. That's wild. And let's get Sardinia incorporated. I didn't realize that Sardinia wasn't incorporated. Incorporate. Yeah, let's focus right now on improving our navy. A revolutionary for our time. Industrialists become more radical. We love to see it. The leader of the rural folk just retired. The Catholic Church calls for intervention. They can believe what they please in jail. Okay? Oh god. That was an issue. As long as it's not 100 though, we can ride that knife's edge. The Emperor intervenes. The Emperor's will be done. Let's go to the steel mills and let's enact the Bessemer process, which uses a little bit more iron but makes coal a lot cheaper. Makes steel, sorry, a lot cheaper. That'll be good. Why can't you hire people? Is the price of steel too cheap? It is. It's like we're not using steel, but we will be using it very, very soon. Anything that is unproductive should go away. Let's start exporting some steel just to keep the price up while we develop our other productive capacities. The Brits, the French, and the Prussians would all like some Italian steel. Guys, I need a favor. I need you to settle the fuck down. What I find interesting is the rural folk are backing this so hard. Which are more direct ways to interact with which are more direct ways to interact with the groups here. Yep. This supposed to be like inbuilt that the Agrarian Party will always oppose religious reform. Because otherwise I can't see why they're so angry about this. I mean, yes, it's true. The industry group is not the people. Come on. We have to abandon it. I can't take the risk of a revolution. Yeah, we'd only lose... Actually, we'd only lose Piedmont. We'd lose our entire navy. But we'd keep most of the army. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and abandon this for right now. Oh, if I pass it later, the rural folk don't care anymore. Let's do that. And then I can just pass total separation instead. Let's wait for this to calm down, and then I'm gonna do exactly that. Yeah, I think it was just like a weird thing of the rural folk, but I think now they're a little bit more. And the revolution disappears. Now it's time to really piss them off and just end the fucking religion entirely. Okay. We have a lot of alerts. It's mostly because we're not making very much money exporting steel. That's fine. A contested government, you say? I mean, the thing is, we can't get any better than we've got now. So yeah, I'm more than happy to let this do its thing. I love how the Catholic Church is like, what? Freedom of conscience? How dare you? We're just gonna end a state religion. Yeah, that's fine. I'm here for it, though. Nope. There it goes. Just instant mega rage. Yeah, this could instantly trigger a civil war. I can't... Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with it later. A far left party, you said. Okay, we have way too much money. And we need more ironclads, so let's build more iron shipyards. But I think the problem isn't the shipyards, though. I think the shipyards aren't even making that much money. So we're going to do something I don't really want to do, but I think has to be done. Let's subsidize the shipyards. Because once they get running, I think we'll start seeing them make quite a bit of money. Yeah, now they're all hiring up. Because the price of ironclads is in the toilet because... Oh, do we need to change the navy too? Are we like building ironclads for no reason right now? No, we have... Yeah, we are using ironclads here. So expanding the navy here would really help. So let's do that. Let's add... Oh, my headphones are dying. That's alright. I will plug them in. 1 second. There we go. We're also going to ammunition. That is something that we're going to have to acquire. The Journal of Philosophical Studies. Let's fund it. Okay. What else can we do? Interesting, if I bring in the rural folk... I don't know that I want to, though. bringing the petty bourgeoisie change anything? It weakens it, but they're probably more likely to want a few extra things. Oh, you like monarchy. Fuck you. Yeah, the Catholic Church is the big issue right now. Anything that could undercut them in some way would be lovely. The thing is that everything pisses off the Catholic Church right now. Like, they're a very grumpy bunch. I think we have to try it, though. Oh, City of Plenty. Let them celebrate. Austria wants a trade agreement. I'm happy about that. Let's do it. And Denmark wants to be pals. The far left, agrarian, and left parties are all more or less equally powerful. Yeah, I'm not going to change this government. This government as is really strong. And I don't want the landowners back in government yet. Not until I've managed to take the Catholic Church down a few pegs. Raising concerns. I don't want either group to dislike me though. But I guess I'm gonna have to accept that. Quinine, nice. Can you... Oh my god, what is with this fucking chance? Like, every single law I'm trying to pass just stalls every single time. People want right of assembly. I'm actually for that. Because I want to get rid of the text spread penalty. Here we go. Diplomatic play start, third party. Let's set it as none. Because I can see that over here. That'll reduce some of the message spam. Northern Germany is getting scoreless. Oh, Prussia's absorbed some more North German miners. And let's shift this to none. No, that's not fair. I do actually want to know that. Because I actually do want to know if there's, like, diplomatic stuff happening. We're not using all of our construction. I'm in fact building nothing right now. I wasn't even paying attention. Really? Ironclads are still suffering? Why can't you make any money? Okay, steel and engines, coal. Well, let's first start by expanding our coal production. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's also make more steel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why does Campania have negative construction efficiency? Oh, because of turmoil. What are people spending the most on in the lower strata? Grain. Let's prioritize that then. Who has the most peasants and needs something to do? Here you go. 1, 2, 3. This also has the very beneficial effect of just getting people off of subsistence farms. And let's get Savoy incorporated too. I never thought of checking this to see where their clout's coming from, but it tells you right there. Religious schools and charity hospitals. Cross-border investments. An excellent idea. Let's make the French like us more. How powerful is our navy now? It's got 21 ships, which sounds great, but is also a long ways away from... Excellent. Let's get some property to women. That's going to make the Catholic Church grumpy, but that's okay. I like having more people in the workforce. Plus, they're already kind of distracted. They're more angry about not having censorship than anything else. My friends, I think this is a great opportunity to end this particular episode. We've done a lot to modernize Italy. We've successfully made some important law changes. We're becoming much more industrialized. It's just a matter of getting all of this insane radicals under control. So we're going to have to figure this out in the near future. Until next time, my friends, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.